Alright guys, let's get into this video. This is going to be the interior detail on my truck named Ruby. So we're going to show you the before, after, and during shots of all this. It's about a 15-20 minute long video. So join me for the ride. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the end. Alright guys, thank you for joining me with this. This is the pre-detail shots of all the video and everything. So it's a little bit dirty. I've got dust, debris, and just regular smuts all over the place. So as you guys are seeing, this is the front seat, front passenger seat. It's not too bad. It's got a little bit of dirt, debris. Now we're going into the back. That's a little bit of sawdust. Yes, I was working with my truck a little bit. We were building a couple things in the garage, and I'll have a video out on that here pretty soon. So after this, we're going to go over to the passenger side rear. So here we are at the passenger side rear, guys. We're going to do a full cleaning and vacuuming on the whole truck. Don't mind the seats, they are still disgusting. I will be cleaning them after I get back from vacation. And then once we go to the front driver's seat, you can see that this is where most of the dirt and debris is, because this is where the most use of this vehicle is at. I've got dirt, rocks, grass all over the place in this front seat. So guys, join me in for this and let's get into the ride on this video. Alright guys, so now we're on to the cleaning. So there you can see my towels. I'm using Adam's Total Interior Cleaner. It's an all-in-one spray that does pretty much most everything. You're seeing here that I'm wiping down everything before I vacuum on the doors and the panels and everything. I usually have a system that I start wiping everything down first and then I go through and vacuum afterwards. It's just a weird system the way I've got it, and it works for me. So anything that's left over after the wipe down is going to be vacuumed up shortly afterwards. So guys, let's keep going. up. She was just getting back from work, and we have a small chat right here. We're in the middle of the detail, and sorry about the mess in the garage. That's Dad's side of the garage, and it's a mess. So, yeah, we'll get there eventually, guys. As you guys can see here, I'm getting ready to start the vacuuming stage. In the next part of this video, you'll see it. There's the vacuum, guys. I usually always start in the front seat, front passenger, and then I work my way around all the way back to the driver's side. What I use is actually a rigid shop vac. It's the 16 gallon. I keep a bag in it and have the fine filtration filter in it. And then I also use a cyclonic separator from Dust Deputy. It really works, and the 50-foot hose that goes along with it, I don't really lose a whole lot of suction, and on top of that, I don't have to clean out the vacuum nearly as often. This is all bolted up to the detail stand that I have in the corner of my garage. It's got my pressure washer on it, it's got the vacuum, it's got a couple hose reels, one high pressure, one low pressure. I use the low pressure one with different types of tire shines and engine bay sprays and my undercarriage spray. What that allows me to do, guys, is it allows me to work a lot faster and a lot more efficiently, and it allows the tire shine to be sprayed on so it dries a lot quicker. It's more efficient that way, and it's just more evenly spreads it instead of a spray like a trigger sprayer, because when you use it with a trigger sprayer, you tend to have a lot of overspray that just doesn't end up on the tires. Whereas if you use the like the paint spray guns, they tend to work really well, and I have no issues at all. The hose that is attached to this whole thing is actually a Syntec 55-foot commercial grade hose. Works really well, and as you guys can see here, it really loses no suction at all. The vacuum itself is probably, I think it's Rigid's highest performing vacuum at a little over 185 CFM of air on the vacuum. It works really well, and I've never had really big of an issue with it, guys.
It's a 16 buff and a dog. It's a 16.
Now, as you guys can see here, I'm getting ready to vacuum the driver's side floor mat. It's Husky floor mat, the Husky laser measured ones. It works really well. I've had them for 2 years. I have had no issues with them all, and they hold up. They're holding up pretty dang good. My only complaint is they are ridiculously hard to keep clean. But the good thing is they keep the salt, dirt, and debris out of the outside of the floor fender well when you go to vacuum every single time during the winter, and it also keeps your foot well dry. So, thank you guys. Is the interior dressing. I actually use 303 Aerospace, and that's what this one is. I use multiple different types of dressings. This one's once I run out of this, I'm probably not going to use 303 anymore. It doesn't leave the sheen that I like, nor does it leave the it leaves the floor mats way too slick and slippery. So I'm going to switch over to CarPro Pearl. That way I can dilute it down to whatever I need. Because CarPro Pearl is a very, very, very efficient style of dressing, and it tends to hold up a lot better and looks a lot better in the long run. As you guys can see here, I'm not spraying it on the panels. I'm spraying it on a microfiber applicator pad. That is actually probably one of the better ways to do it. It just more efficiently spreads it, and you don't have to worry about overspraying on the panels or windows or stuff like that, guys.
2, 3, 4.
With you.
Next step after the dressings and everything comes up, we are going to be doing a cleaning of the glass. I use in this video I use invisible glass to clean the glass interior wise. Invisible glass is actually a really good product. I've never really had any streaking issues with it. It doesn't do very well in high heats, like today. Unfortunately, it was a little bit warm on the front dash, and it was kind of reflecting back in the window, so it was drying a little bit quicker than normal. But I usually, that's what I use for the interior glasses, is invisible glass. Exterior wise, I'll use Grio's Garage foaming glass cleaner. It tends to put a nice little it's their ceramic one, so it tends to seal up the windows and makes everything a little bit cleaner and last a little longer. I will be doing an update video here probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks on the ceramic coating on my truck. It's gonna be, if I remember correctly, I think it's the 6-month update finally, guys. So we're gonna get you an update on the ceramic coating and show you how it's how well it's holding up. I might do a small live stream beforehand, just to show you guys what it's doing and how well it's holding up, and then I'll continue in the live stream afterwards. But there will also be a video on it, guys. So we get to the next step after we got all the glass cleaned and everything like that. Now we're going into the making the vehicle smell better, guys. This is Adams Polish's fresh clean deodorizer. I love this stuff. It pretty much eliminates any odor you have in the vehicle. So yeah, guys, let's get into this, and I'll finish out with this with the aftershots. Alright guys, so as you guys just saw, this is the full interior detail on my truck Ruby. You got to see the before shots, the during shots, and the after shots of the whole thing. Tell me guys what you think in the comments, leave a like, a subscribe, maybe just share it with somebody else. So guys, thank you for watching the video. You guys have a nice day now.